Building supply chain dashboards with Streamlit. In this lesson, we solve operational supply chain problems by building interactive dashboards. These dashboards turn raw data about demand, inventory, fulfillment, and supplier performance into actionable business insights. Building dashboards matters because managers and analysts need quick, clear overviews to support key decisions. You will learn to clean real supply chain data, analyze operations, and build a real-time dashboard using Streamlit. Simple examples will help you start, followed by more advanced and realistic business analytics cases. Running the cell now. We import pandas to handle supply chain data frames. We import NumPy for numerical operations. We import Streamlit to build interactive dashboards. We import OpenML to access public operations datasets. We import Matplotlib for basic plots in analytics. We import datetime for working with operational dates and lead times. We import warnings to suppress unnecessary warnings. This line ignores warnings so the notebook output stays clear and focused. Running the cell now. Understanding core supply chain data. Supply chain analytics relies on data about demand, inventory, suppliers, and order fulfillment. Demand data shows what customers bought and when. Inventory data records what is available to sell or use in production. Supplier performance data reveals lead times, deliveries, and issues. Order fulfillment data lets us see how quickly customers get their purchases. Beginners often forget to check for missing, duplicated, or incorrectly typed values. Running the cell now. We are demonstrating how to load real retail demand data for dashboarding. We specify the public dataset URL for retail demand. We read transactions from the Excel file into a data frame. We convert the invoice date column to date time for easier time-based operations. We print the data shape to confirm its size. We preview 3 rows to understand the transactional layout. Running the cell now. This output shows the retail demand dataset with over 540,000 rows and 8 key columns capturing sales transactions, such as invoice details, product codes, quantities, timestamps, prices, customer IDs, and countries. Notice how the data structure supports analyzing what customers bought, when, and in what quantities, which is essential for understanding demand patterns in supply chain analytics. Practice: try loading a different sheet if present to compare annual demand patterns. Let us load a real e-commerce order fulfillment dataset for operational analysis. We specify the dataset URL from OList for order-related transactions. We read all orders into a data frame. We parse the order purchase date for time-based analysis. We parse the delivered date so we can compute delivery cycles. We print the shape of the order's data. We preview 3 key columns to understand fulfillment metrics. Running the cell now. This output shows the order fulfillment dataset with nearly 100,000 rows and 8 columns, indicating a large volume of orders tracked over time. The sample rows highlight key dates for when orders were purchased and ultimately delivered to customers, which are essential for analyzing delivery timelines and fulfillment performance. This dataset sets the foundation for measuring how quickly customers receive their purchases, a critical metric in supply chain analytics. We will load supplier performance data to track procurement KPIs on a dashboard. We download the supplier dataset from OpenML. We retrieve the supplier performance records as a data frame. We print its shape for a quick size check. We preview a few supplier records to see which metrics are tracked. Running the cell now. This output shows the supplier performance dataset with 9,228 records and 13 columns, capturing detailed employee information such as salary, department, and hire date. Notice the variety of attributes related to workforce management, which can be analyzed to understand supplier labor costs and performance trends. This aligns with the lesson's goal to explore key supplier data elements that impact supply chain reliability and efficiency. What other supplier metrics could be useful to display for procurement managers? We aim to visualize trends by summarizing demand weekly for our dashboards. We create a week's field from each transaction date. We group transactions by week and sum the quantity to see sales volume. We print several weekly totals for review. Running the cell now. This output summarizes the total retail demand by week, showing how many units were sold in the first 5 weeks. Notice the fluctuations in weekly sales quantities, which reflect changes in customer demand over time. This aggregation helps us understand demand patterns essential for effective supply chain planning and inventory management. Lead time metrics are critical for operations dashboards. We subtract purchase date from delivered date to get the delivery lead time in days. We print the lead time for several orders to check our calculation. Running the cell now. This output shows the calculated delivery lead time in days for each order, highlighting how long it took from purchase to customer delivery. Notice the variation in lead times, ranging from 2 to 13 days, indicating differences in fulfillment speed. This step is key for analyzing supplier and fulfillment performance, helping identify potential delays affecting customer satisfaction. Practice, sort orders by lead time and identify the slowest deliveries. It is important to display supplier fill rates for procurement overviews. We check if a fill rate metric is present in the supplier data. If present, we compute the average fill rate for all suppliers. We print this as a percentage for a clear managerial metric. If missing, we notify that the metric is not available. Running the cell now. This output indicates that the supplier dataset does not include a fill rate column, which is crucial for measuring how often suppliers meet order quantities. Noticing this helps us understand data completeness before calculating key performance metrics like average fill rate, emphasizing the need to verify relevant columns exist to perform accurate supply chain analysis. It is crucial to spot missing delivery information before displaying KPIs in dashboards. We identify all orders that have missing delivered customer dates. We print how many records are affected so we can plan appropriate treatment. Running the cell now. This output shows that there are 2,965 order records without a delivery date, highlighting gaps in the order fulfillment data. Noticing these missing delivery dates is crucial for accurately analyzing delivery performance and identifying potential issues in the supply chain process. This step helps us ensure data quality before deeper fulfillment analytics. Knowing the best sellers helps managers optimize inventory and promotions. We verify whether the description column is available. We group by product, sum up sold quantities, and get the top 5 bestsellers. We print these top products for dashboard display. If the field is missing, we explain why the analysis cannot proceed. Running the cell now. This output shows the top 5 most popular products by total quantity sold, highlighting key customer demand in the supply chain. Notice the high volume for specific items like World War II gliders ASSTD designs, which signals strong demand patterns that inventory and order fulfillment teams must prioritize. This aggregation helps focus supply chain efforts on best-selling products to optimize stock levels and supplier coordination. Decision-makers value time series trends shown in dashboard charts. We set the plot size for readability. We plot weekly sales as a simple time series. We add a meaningful title. We label the x-axis to show the week number. We label the y-axis to show quantity sold. We ensure the layout looks tidy. We save the chart image for dashboard embedding. We close the figure to avoid duplicate displays. Running the cell now. Let us open the weekly demand trend chart you just created for dashboard visual presentation. Let us create a minimal Streamlit dashboard to be run externally for stakeholder review. We construct a dashboard script as a multi-line string. We import Streamlit and pandas inside the dashboard script. We also include matplotlib for chart rendering. We read the retail dataset from the real source. We convert invoice date to date time to support time summaries. We extract the week for grouping. We compute week-level demand sums. We set a visual and descriptive Streamlit dashboard title. We prepare a matplotlib figure and axis for plotting. We plot the time series demand onto the axis. We label the week axis for clarity. We label the y-axis for clarity too. We display the matplotlib figure inside the Streamlit app. We close the dashboard script string. We open a new dashboard script file for writing. We save the minimal dashboard script to disk. Running the cell now. Now opening the dashboard script so you can inspect and run it with Streamlit. We are enhancing our dashboard by letting users filter retail demand by date range. We build a new dashboard script, starting a multi-line string. We import Streamlit, pandas, and matplotlib for web display and plotting. We load the retail demand data from the public Excel file. We convert dates for time-based slicing. We define the earliest date in the dataset. We define the latest date for range limiting. We set a dashboard title for context. We add a start date input for users. We add an end date input for users. We create a mask to filter records between the selected dates. We use this mask to select the matching rows. We group by week and sum demand for the filtered range. We prepare a matplotlib plot. We plot the filtered demand time series. We label week numbers. We label demand axis. We display the dynamic chart inside Streamlit. We close the multi-line string. We open a file to save this enhanced dashboard. We write the interactive dashboard script to disk. Running the cell now. Opening the enhanced dashboard script so you can explore interactive date filtering. Search YouTube, Streamlit Supply Chain Analytics for great dashboard demos. Duplicate order IDs can break delivery and inventory insights in dashboards. We count how many orders have duplicated identifiers. We print this count for potential data cleaning. Running the cell now. This output shows that there are 0 duplicate order IDs in the dataset, indicating each order is uniquely identified. This is crucial for accurate supply chain analysis, as duplicated order IDs could lead to errors in tracking demand and fulfillment. Ensuring data integrity here helps maintain reliable insights into customer purchases and order processing. Missing sales quantities may cause misleading totals. We count missing quantity fields in the raw retail demand. We print the result for proactive error handling. Running the cell now. This output shows that there are 0 missing values in the quantity column, meaning all sales records have valid demand quantities. This is important for reliable supply chain analysis, as complete demand data ensures accurate insights into customer purchases and inventory needs. The code confirms data quality before proceeding with analysis. Negative lead times are impossible and signal data or process errors. We identify all orders where delivery happened before purchase. We print the number of these problematic records. Running the cell now. This output shows that there are 0 orders with a negative delivery lead time, meaning all recorded delivery times are logically consistent and non-negative. This check is crucial in supply chain analytics to ensure clean data before analyzing supplier performance or order fulfillment speed. Identifying and handling such impossible values helps maintain data reliability for accurate insights. Good dashboards summarize key operational metrics using grouping and aggregation. We calculate the mean time from order to delivery. We count how many orders were delivered, non-missing dates. We also count total orders for context. We count all orders delivered in 7 days or less. We compute the percentage of on-time deliveries out of all delivered orders. We print the main operational KPIs for dashboard display. Running the cell now. This output summarizes key supplier performance metrics from the order fulfillment data, the average delivery lead time of 12.1 days shows typical wait times, while the on-time delivery rate of 34.93% reveals that only about a third of orders arrive within the target 7-day window. These aggregated numbers help identify potential delays and areas for improving supply chain responsiveness. Try defining a different threshold for on-time delivery and check the impact. Time series grouping lets managers spot seasonal or operational cycles. We create a new week column for order dates. We count how many orders fell into each week. We print several weekly order counts for trend analysis. Running the cell now. This output shows the weekly count of customer orders, revealing how demand changes over time in the supply chain. Notice the increasing trend in order volume from week 1 to week 5, indicating rising customer activity or seasonality. Grouping by week helps us track demand patterns crucial for inventory planning and fulfillment scheduling. Measuring delay rate for each supplier is essential for procurement dashboards. We check if delay and supplier ID exist. If so, we calculate the rate of delayed deliveries. We print this supplier delay percentage for dashboard inclusion. If columns are missing, we output a message. Running the cell now. This output alerts us that key columns tracking supplier delays and IDs are missing from the data, so the delay rate cannot be calculated. It highlights the importance of having complete supplier performance data to measure delays, which is critical for understanding supplier reliability in supply chain analytics. Ensuring these columns exist allows us to quantify how often suppliers deliver late, directly impacting fulfillment timing. Let us walk through a real operational insight end-to-end using order fulfillment data. We filter for all delivered orders with a lead time over 7 days. We calculate the fraction of late deliveries out of all delivered orders. We print this operational metric for dashboard summary. Running the cell now. This output shows that 65.07% of customer orders with recorded delivery dates experienced fulfillment delays longer than 7 days. By filtering and calculating this late delivery rate, the code highlights a critical supply chain issue. Understanding how often orders are delayed helps quantify the impact of fulfillment performance on customer satisfaction and overall demand fulfillment. Try visualizing trends in late deliveries over time on your dashboard. YouTube search Supply Chain Dashboard Tips for more inspiration.